Royd initially was a young man in our church who had finished high school and began to train for what is called a clinical officer. And that's basically Africa's effort at quickly bridging the gap that is there between people having no medical attention and then having some trained individuals who can at least help somewhere without them being actual doctors. And that's the first training he undertook, not because he couldn't go into medical school, because he had the capacity to, but primarily, first of all, due to lack of places, so the competition was extremely high, but then also due to lack of finances. He did his training as a clinical officer, went to work under the government, married, began to have a young family, but his heart was still very much for becoming a medical doctor. And consequently, in due season, he managed to convince his employers so that he could go and be excused from actual work so that he could go back into training. And reapplied. This time he managed, because he already had the qualification of a clinical officer, he was consequently admitted into medical school. The problem, which is always the big problem, was that of money. He had initially managed to save some finances, and that was draining pretty quickly. And so when he heard of the African Scholarship Exchange program, he then came to us and said, look, I really need this kind of support. Because he was very involved in the life of the church, especially in youth ministry, he was a born leader already. We didn't hesitate to recommend him to ASE. And well, I'd like to say we are not disappointed. He's on the eve of completing his studies as we speak, and we're looking forward to seeing him realizing something of his dream, serving God in a medical career.